30-day notice in the mail, in email, FedEx to us, and a telephone call. We had got that call, email, and FedEx all in one day on the 21st of January. Now, 30 days in going forward, which is where the clock has started for us. Today is the 28th, just in case I don't know when you're going to watch this, but today is the 28th, and we're on a serious countdown to have to move ourselves out of this space by the 20th of February. So while I was making my coffee, which I'm doing right now, I wanted to talk with you guys about some truth, some myths, maybe just enlighten many of you that are considering um, a specialty leasing agreement, moving into a mall for a retail space, a kiosk, or a shopping plaza. This video is for you. Also, if you're an entrepreneur on a budget, just some things that I want to share with you, this video is for you. And if you have ever had any aspirations of being a boutique owner, this video is for you as well. I am Dr. Bonita Best with Runway Recycle, and that is our story, our journey thus far. We have been in a Morristown mall for a year and a half. We were there in different looks and feels. Initially, we wanted to have our stuff in someone else's space, and that crashed and burned badly. So much so that we had to go to court to resolve it, to be reimbursed for things that was due to us. The second go round was with us being in the mall, going through a third party to lease our space. That was a costly misstep. I'll say it that way. Then we dealt directly with the mall, which we had a better negotiation power, cost more benefits and stuff like that. However, it did not end well either. We were under specialty leasing, and specialty leasing is a different way of getting into. Yes, that was my puppy walking by, not a big animal in my space. But I wanted to speak with you about our journey and share with you some myths, some realities, some truths, some just education on specialty leasing. Now, entrepreneurship in general is not for the weak. And I must say that again. Entrepreneurship is not for the weak. Not at all. There's a lot of things that you have control over, and there's a lot of things you don't have control over. And specialty leasing is definitely isn't for the uninformed. So this video is for individuals that want to learn more about specialty leasing and also our experience, my experience as the owner, founder of Runway Recycle, which is a nonprofit organization, and we're self-funded, meaning I have been investing in this journey, my dream to have this business and to pay it forward, and also to promote sustainability in the fashion and wedding industry. So I'm doing this live for this reason, just to share the real story of what's going on, because we got a 30-day notice last week. And now the clock is ticking, and we have to pack all of this that's behind me and on the side of me. And if you looked at some of our videos, all of this has to move. We are in a almost 6,800 square foot space with a lot of front and some back areas where we have a lot of inventory and our assets are here, and we now have to move. We have not been here in Willow Grove for a year, and people are just discovering us. And my heart goes out to everyone that just discovered us, because we have to leave and we don't have a place to go to just yet. So that's where we are right now. And so I wanted to share some truths and realities. Now, and a myth. Now, a myth, specialty leasing is stable. The truth is, specialty leasing is very temporary by design. Even if you're doing well, you can be moved, which we are being moved, or terminated with short notice. We got 30-day notice. And sometimes it's 30 days or less. We fortunately got 30 days because the space is always prioritized for permanent tenants. Now, in our case, here at Willow Grove, they are terminating the leases of a lot of small businesses that's in the old section of Willow Grove Shopping Plaza. And they are looking to build apartments here. So they're going to knock all this down and build apartments. On the new side, there are more commercial retail spaces like Panera Bread is here, Dave's Hot Chicken is here, Orange Theory, Jared. So all of these are entities that can do more permanent as well as their franchises, and they're paying quite a bit more. We also have Marshalls here, and we have Amazon Fresh here. So those are their anchor stores in so many words. Um, so that's the difference. So it is about no matter if you're performing well, which we are doing well, our in-store sales cover our rent. Our online sales cover some other things. It does not 100% cover all expenses that's associated with Runway Recycle, but it does, we do pretty good. As a new kid on the block here, we just got here and opened our doors in August. So August, September, October, November, December, January. We've been here for just shy of 6 months, and we have gotten our 30-day notice. So performance does not equal protection. Long story short. Another myth, short-term lease, let me drink my coffee. Short-term leases means less risk. The truth is that short-term lease is often it's a shift on risk onto small businesses. We take the brunt of the risk, not the landlord. So I'm going to say that again. The truth is that short-term lease often shift more risk to small businesses, not less. Do I need to repeat that again? I hope not. So you're investing all of your inventory. You're cleaning up the space. You're making it right for you. You getting this thing, I mean, you're building it out just for your function. You're investing in a lot. So you have a lot of inventory, your fixtures, your branding. I've replaced my sign twice now. Of course, I can't afford staff because I'm self-funded. I don't have the funding just yet to cover people, but I've had staff before. I've had interns before, and I've paid them out of my own pockets. So they're shifting a lot of risks onto you as a small business, and it's not for long-term security. It's not for long-term. Myths, if sales are good, you're safe. As I mentioned for the first one, that's not true. That's not true at all. Sales don't matter. A national brand wants a space, you're going to be kicked out. That's what happened to us at Runway Recycle in Morristown Mall in Morristown, New Jersey. Someone wanted our space, and we got kicked out of the space and end up being displaced. Here at Willow Grove Shopping Center, Shopping Plaza, we got 30-day notice because they wanted to, the township gave the developer the ability to build apartments here. So national brands may want the space. In this case, the township and the developer, um, worked out a deal so that they can build apartments. The malls is re-merchandising. Lease strategy changes. You can be profitable and still be asked to leave. That's what has been happening to us. Another myth: specialty leasing is cheap retail. That was something that was mentioned to us when we was in Morristown Mall. Our neighbors thought we carried junk because we were a specialty lease, but actually we have name brand stuff, stuff that, you can get out the store for thousands of dollars, but we just acquired it differently. We acquired it from clothing boutiques and retail stores. We paid for those things. We just are resellers of those things. And also, we help people get rid of things in a more safe and functional way. So we rehome those things. We give second chances to things that was someone else's. We help vintage lovers get vintage clothes. We help people sell their items that they want to have on consignment. So we don't have junk, and it is not cheap retail. It's not. So the truth is, while rent may be lower and upfront costs may be a little bit cheaper, you often pay a higher percentage in rent. You have short notices for relocation costs. So you don't really plan for it. So you do need to plan for the rainy day. Repeated build out expenses. In my case, I just left Morristown Mall, just got here. I'm 6 months in, and I have to go, and I have to pack this up, get into storage, try to find another place. We're in the dead of winter. Places are not open, so we're in a really, really sticky situation, but we're resilient and we're going to keep on. So this is where it goes back to entrepreneurship is not for the weak. Specialty leasing is not everything that you dreamed and hoped for, but it is a way in. So I'm not going to say it does not work, but I just want to educate each one of you who is considering doing something like this. Um, Also, it's an emotional and operational toll. It's like whiplash. You're up, you're down, you're happy, you're sad. You're, losing sleep like I am right now, trying to think of what I can do next. So those are the truths. Those are the realities. It is not cheap. It's the upfront loaded flexibility for the landlord. They're collecting rent on spaces that was empty, so we're taking on those responsibilities. That's the realities of specialty leasing. Now, myth number two, or five, actually, this is number five. Um, it's a great long term solution. Specialty leasing is best used as a test phase. That's what I've now have been telling myself. I'm testing out, I'm prototyping what my business model is. That's where I am at this point because this is my third move. Because at first I was in Salem, New Jersey. No one knew that. Space was donated to us. I couldn't get through the township with approval because it was what was it? A historic building. So there was not much we can possibly do. Moved from Salem from a free space that was donated that I could never open the doors, could not sell out of it. So it was a storage unit. So I moved to Morristown Mall and it looked different ways as I explained earlier. So now here we are. We had to move and now we're in Willow Grove, PA. And we now in a bigger space. I know this is the right size for us, but we need to look a little different